To this day.
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 What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Deontay Wilder, Dillian, the Body Snatcher Whyte, and Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury. Get this. Deontay Wilder next in line for Tyson Fury if Dillian Whyte bails over the 80-20 split. Wow. The shock development comes as a heavyweight clash between Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte hangs in the balance with just under 2 weeks left to an ominous purse bid. After Whyte pulled out of the meaningless fight with Otto Wallin, the WBC ordered Fury to defend his green and gold belt against the fellow Brit. Weeks of uncertainty brought about by a legal case against the World Boxing Council by Dillian Whyte could soon be over if both sides agree on a deal by January 11th. If they don't, Whyte could walk away from the fight after the WBC upheld their 20% split for the challenger. Whyte has already expressed his disgust at his piece of the pie. Fury has since stated he will move on if the body snatcher negates with or without the belt at stake. Should the WBC move down the rankings, unbelievably, the next in line is Deontay Wilder, the contender who Fury just defeated twice. Now it's implausible that Wilder would accept the fight right away. The American badly needs to get back in the winning column. Facing Fury for the fourth time certainly doesn't guarantee that right now. However, the pair did share a great fight in the year of 2021. The torch could be passed to Joe Joyce, who was rated second by the WBC after overhauling Andy Ruiz Jr. last month. Fury versus Joe makes far more sense than Wilder 4. It would be an easier fight to make as Frank Warren promotes both men. Let me stop right there, okay? This is what we're dealing with. If Dillian Whyte walks away, Tyson Fury keeps the belt, and then Deontay Wilder can come right in. So let's look at the rankings of the WBC, and the first up is Deontay Wilder. The question you ask yourself is, how the fuck did he get there? I remember reporting this a few months ago, right? And Wilder was back at number one. And I'm like, okay, you were beaten twice. One was supposed to be Tyson Fury, the mandatory, which you lost. You had a rematch clause, and you lost again. Great fight, but you lost again. So why and how he would become number one? Look at this, guys. You have Deontay Wilder, number one. Joe Joyce, number two. Andy Ruiz, number three. Joseph Parker, number four. Frank Sanchez, number five. Luis Ortiz, number 6, Michael Hunter, number 7, Aget Caballel, number 8, and Philip Hrgovic, number 9, and Arslanbek Markmadov at number 10. Okay, so that's the top 10 in the WBC rankings. All right. So you ask yourself, with Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte both being champions, one the full, and then Dillian Whyte, the interim, you ask yourself, like, okay, where does this all fit in? I'll tell you where. It's all about money. That's why boxing is so stagnant. That's why we see some of the same shit fights over and over again, because Mauricio is the guy that sticks out like a sore, busted thumb when it comes to consistency and fairness in the sport of boxing, okay? Because of the corruption and because of the things that he does, just like making Deontay Wilder number one, when damn well he should be under Joyce. Joyce has never lost. Like Floyd said it best, I never lost, so, right? So it's why, how would he be under Deontay Wilder? In other words, what makes Deontay Wilder more important or legitimate in the rankings when he's lost twice? Okay, so how do you put him back at 1? You know, the fair thing would be wherever Joe Joyce was, he should go there. You know what I mean? Really, honestly, he should go to the back of the line. That's how it should really go. He should be number 10. He should be, Mark Madoff, and Mark Madoff should be 9, and so forth and so forth. That's how it should go. Right? If we were just being 100% fair about the whole thing, well, hey, you go to the back of the line. You don't cut in front of no fucking body. It makes no sense. Okay? And the article by WBN was talking about Joe Joyce. But, you know, if Tyson, because he's invited Deontay Wilder to his house and all that shit to talk about their fights together and all that. So he's trying to buddy back up together with them. You know what I mean? You don't know what that's for. It could be just mutual respect from Tyson Fury. It could be. However, what if it's some shit that's already in the makings? See, you give that little measly ass 20% to Dillian Whyte to piss him off, knowing he may not take it because he's worth more. But I think Dillian Whyte doesn't understand how much more he's really worth. You know, the WBC is not showing him that he's worth anything. So I wouldn't even fuck with the WBC. The WBC is the type of organization that sprouted legitimacy from Muhammad Ali. But Muhammad Ali, God bless the dead, the GOAT, the greatest, dad, he's no more. He ain't fought in a long time. And since then, since Julio, the father of the president at the time, not Mauricio, his dad, right? A lot has changed, as we can see. You still have Deontay Wilder number 1, which is not fair to anybody else. Okay? Not fair to anybody else. So I don't really know what and why that was the case, but it is what it is with that. So Dillian Whyte has to really do some soul searching, I feel, and has to realize what's at stake. Because if he doesn't take it, where does he go? You know what I mean? Because the way they have it, each time he comes to claim what's his or to claim something that's rightfully his, which is his opportunity to challenge for the title, they're going to give him the runaround like they did in 19. He got knocked out in 2020, unfortunately. Very bad year for him. And then now in 21, you bullshitted him, you know, most of this year. Now in 22, now you're trying to give him shit splits and all that. I think Dillian Whyte should take the fight, because he's not going to get that. They don't want him. They don't like him. They don't respect him, but they want his money from them sanctioning fees. And if he keeps on, they're going to give his opportunity to another fighter that already had the opportunity 3 freaking times. And that's Deontay Wilder. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Deontay Wilder possibly in line for the WBC heavyweight title once again. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.